Alright, welcome back guys. If it's your first time here, I'm Vision Hero Bar Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Taking you guys my review for The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 8, For Blood. Now if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon, to miss more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So we're at the mid-season finale. Well, I don't know how to call this because this has been broken up into 3 parts compared to 2 parts. I'm still going to call it the mid-season finale, even though it's really not. But I'm still going to call it that anyway. But there are 2 storylines going here. We got the story regarding Maggie with Negan and them going up against Pulp at Meridian and the group at Alexandria trying to protect it in the middle of a storm. Now, this is something I've always hoped for and wished in The Walking Dead, is to actually see them fighting in an actual storm. However, it was a huge letdown because we never actually see them fighting in the storm for except for maybe like a minute with Rosita. So that kind of annoyed me because we know Aaron and them went out to try to put the wall back up and protect the place. Meanwhile, you got them just hanging out back at the house. I hope we get to see some of that in the mid-season premiere. If not, I'm going to be annoyed. But you got the rest of them staying behind. And you got Judith, who's still protecting the kids. I still really like this relationship she's building up with Gracie. Again, I feel like they're going to make, in like 5 years' time, they're going to make a spin-off regarding with, her, Gracie, Herschel, and RJ as like the leads. So I really like how they're putting them in the forefront. And you got Gracie, who's training and fighting, and she ends up almost being attacked by a walker, but is saved. There are a lot of people saying, like, why is this kid not trained to protect walkers? It's 10 years in the apocalypse. However, if you think about it, Michonne sealed the whole community off for 10 full years, or, well, it wasn't 10 years, maybe 8 or so. So they probably didn't even think to deal with anybody, dangerous after that. So I can understand why she's not trained. So I'm not going to take off points there because a lot of people have been saying that. Like, why isn't Gracie trained? But I'm going to, say that, like, they sealed themselves off. So why would they train anybody new? But yeah, that happens. I do like how you got Gracie, who wants to be like Judith. And you got Judith, who's kind of taking her under her wing to try to teach her, which is a really cool aspect. I like that for Judith. You do got Judith having interactions with Virgil, and Virgil tells her about Michonne. You got Judith saying she wants to be strong like Michonne, and you got Virgil who says, I can see Michonne in you. You're strong just like her. And you got Judith, who asks him where Michonne went, and he just says he doesn't really give a definitive answer, just that she's out there in search of something. And you got Judith, who says she misses her and wishes she was back at the community, which is nice. But like I said earlier, you do they're in this house, and there's so many walkers that they're worried about them breaking in. So Rosita goes outside to dispatch a group in the rain. It was a cool scene, but I wish we had seen more of these kind of scenes with the rest of our group out there fighting. And the thing, it's also, I think they're trying to make this a badass moment with Rosita. However, Rosita's a character where it's like, it's there. Like, I feel like they needed a big moment and they gave it to Rosita for reasons. Again, I don't totally understand that, but that's fine. And you got the end of it where walkers begin to penetrate the house. They end up having to get everybody to safety inside the house. Judith is running to safety, but realizes Gracie is missing. And she goes off and finds her in the basement because she wanted to find a weapon like Judith. And the 2 of them end up being stuck in the basement, which is being flooded because they can't get past a bunch of walkers and are forced to wait out the storm, I guess, in the basement, which is, like I said, being flooded. I did like the cliffhanger here. I know a lot of people got annoyed with Gracie going off on her own. I can understand why she went off on her own. But I'm going to say it's okay. It's a little annoying, but I'm not going to take off a large amount of points for that. But then you got the stuff at Meridian. Like I said, you got Maggie and Negan, who are leading a group of walkers to take Meridian back. And you got Pope, who ends up sending out one of his men to try to dispatch the walkers. Negan and Maggie end up puncturing him, and he ends up being killed, much to Leah's surprise, because I guess that dude was like a very good, skilled fighter and has taken out tons of walkers on his own before. So him being killed so easily, gets her surprised. And she's also realizing Pope's willing to sacrifice his people just to protect the place. So again, like in the previous episode, she's kind of like having these fragments of breaking off from Pope. And you got Daryl there as well. Daryl realizes what's going on, and he kind of is trying to help Maggie from his point, and he kills one of the lookouts so Maggie and Gabriel can get to a good position to help, which is nice. I really like how he's doing that. It was a really good scene. I really like the stuff with Maggie and them trying to break into Meridian, and you got like minefields going off around the place, because I guess that's how the Reapers protect their place. I guess they put out a bunch of made the entrance like a big minefield, which is cool. I really like that. And you got Maggie and them who nearly get blown up because of one, which is really cool. You got Gabriel, who gets into I guess one part of the place, which is like allows him to have and he finds a sniper rifle, which he uses to protect Maggie. There are a lot of people saying like he just happened to find a sniper rifle there. The film I'm going off of, this is Maggie's old place, so probably was left behind there. I know people are saying that like somehow that mysteriously happens. I'm not gonna take off points there. I feel like people are just kind of nitpicking at that point of like, oh, there just happened to be a rifle there, a shotgun. So it just feels stupid. Like, you're not gonna tell me like in places you're not gonna just run across an old weapon. So I'm not gonna take off huge points there. But you got Maggie, who drives a truck into the place to try to help. Pretty much walkers begin to invade the place, and you got Pope, who sends out his men. And Leah, like I said, is realizing that he's willing to sacrifice his own people. And you got, because Pope is preparing to set off this weapon to launch and kill off the walkers and Maggie and her crew. And he's willing to put the rest of his people who are down there fighting off the walkers in danger. And at that point, you got Leah, who attacks and kills Pope. And to protect her, Daryl kills off another one of the Reapers who is behind her. Now, this really pissed me off. There are so many annoying things here. Look, I'm fine with her being... Okay, no, I'm not fine. Leah killing him off really annoyed me. It should have been Maggie who killed him off. Because he had beef with Maggie, but yet Leah's the one who kills him off. It just doesn't make sense. I understand him and Leah were close, but the kill belonged to Maggie. It just doesn't make any sense. And then it goes on to say, the more annoying part is we have zero clue now why Pope marked Maggie. There's no explanation for that. There's no reason for that. So it just pisses me off even more that it's like Pope marked Maggie, but we have zero clue why he marked Maggie. So that really pissed me off more. Like, it could have done better if he maybe survived towards the end of the finale and Maggie confronted him and it's finally revealed why he marked Maggie. But it's not. This just really pissed me off because we'll never know the Reaper's real motivations. Now they just come off as a group of villains who are just attacking Maggie because. Again, it makes zero sense. And again, it just pisses me off. But you got that who happens. And you got Daryl who says, look, Pope's dead. I have good people. I'm with them. Maggie and them, I'm in that group. And he tries to tell Leah, look, we can run away. We'll have some place safe. However, Leah turns on him at that point and tells him, and pretty much tells her people that he killed Pope, pretty much framing him for what she did, and he is forced to run and flee. Now, you got Leah there, who, with the rest of the Reapers, decides to launch Pope's weapon that they stopped him from launching earlier, which is a very cool and interesting weapon. I did like that. But then again, you end on this stupid finale where they launched these, I don't know if, like, what do you call them, like flaming bows or whatever. And they pretty much are launched down at the group as Negan, Maggie, and Daryl are trying to dispatch walkers. And you got them trying to do that. And pretty much it's another cliffhanger with the flaming arrows falling down on them. Another finale that pisses me off, or cliffhanger. Another part of the episode that pisses me off, because we know they're all safe. Even in the trailer for the second half, it's revealed that they're all safe. We see Maggie, she's fine. We see Gabriel, he's fine. We see Negan, he's fine. The only person out of Maggie's group that we don't see is Elijah, and pretty much who gives anything about Elijah? He can go, no one cares. I mean, Maggie, it'll have an effect on Maggie, but the TV audience, what do we barely know Elijah, so why the hell do we care about that dude? So it's like really? Why? And I feel like the Reapers are just going to be killed off at the beginning at some point in the next episode, so yeah, we're here. Just an annoying, I hate that finale, because we know they're all going to be safe except for maybe Elijah, and the Reapers are most likely all going to die. Just really annoyed me. So definitely taking off points for that cliffhanger. People are annoyed at the cliffhanger, but they're not annoyed at certain things. Like, again, there's so many annoying things with the Reapers in this episode that just pissed me off and made me take off points for this episode. Yes, there are things I didn't like regarding the stuff at Alexandria, but there's no comparison to what pissed me off regarding the Reapers here. So yeah, really annoying stuff. Maggie should have killed Pope. There's no explanation why Pope marked Maggie. The finale is garbage. The cliffhanger is garbage. Certain things with the Alexandria, like Rosita, was, I don't know, forced, I feel like. The Gracie stuff felt a little forced, but I'm somewhat okay with it. It was an alright finale. If I had to give this finale a grade, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It was okay, but just felt like really annoying and stupid stuff regarding the Reapers. And I don't understand why people are saying these are great villains. They are stupid villains with no explanation as why they're fighting our heroes or survivors. It just comes off as stupid. But again, 8 out of 10 for this mid-season finale. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about the mid-season finale in the comment section down below. Yeah, guys, that's my review of The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 8, For Blood. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon there to miss some more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the About section of my YouTube channel. As always, I'm Vision Hero Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.